right here on Prism. It's Big 5 City Series basketball as the Owls meet the dangerous LaSalle Explorers. Coming up as well, a look at two of the nation's premier young talents. LaSalle's Lionel Simmons, who is among college basketball's leading scorers and rebounders, and Temple freshman Mark Macon, the most celebrated Big 5 newcomer in many a year. A college basketball tradition continues next.
Big 5 Basketball on Prism is brought to you by Bud Light, proud sponsor of the 1988 U.S. Olympic team, and by the Belle of Pennsylvania Yellow Pages, the one that works. Tonight, from McGonigal Hall, it's the LaSalle Explorers versus the Temple Owls.
From Temple University, where basketball is king. Hi, everybody. I'm Jim Barniak, along with Ed Stefanski. We mentioned Lionel Simmons briefly in our open. He had a 37-point game against North Carolina. This LaSalle team has been taking on some tough people. Lionel proved himself there. Is he going to have to do the same thing tonight?
Well, I don't think he needs 37, but last year was his worst game against the Temple Owls. John Chaney's matchup zone defense takes a lot away from him. So LaSalle's outside shooter, Tar and Legler, are going to have to get hot, open it up for Simmons, and then he's got to score when he gets inside.
Not only does he have to maneuver against Tim Perry, the All-American, in there, but there's Ramon Rivas inside for Temple. And how's LaSalle going to match up against him?
Well, the Intimidator does a job. Ramon Rivas this year is catching the ball better, turning and facing and scoring. Also, he hits the board so hard. Craig Conlon, when he matches up man-to-man, has to put his body against the 260-pounder from Carolina and hold him off.
We're always talking about that freshman Mark Macon for Temple. He's been the Atlantic 10 Rookie of the Year, or Rookie of the Week, 5 out of the last 6 weeks. And how is Temple, or LaSalle rather, going to contend with him?
Well, they're going to make a lineup change, and Doug Overton's going to start for LaSalle, and they're going to play more man-to-man. I think that's a good move by Speedy Morris. He has to play man-to-man against Temple. You sit in that zone against Temple, they fire from the outside. If they miss, they get the big guys, Ramon Rivas and Perry, rebounding the ball. I think it's going to be a great and interesting ball game.
And Speedy has also said, hey, boys, this is the number 4 team in the country you're playing, a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Let's go get them. It's all coming up right after this. Lineups for tonight's game. Let's go courtside.
Campus and McGonigal Hall. This evening, the Philadelphia Big 5 presents a City Series game featuring the LaSalle University Explorers and the Temple University Owls. Let's meet the starting lineups. First, for the Explorers from LaSalle. At a forward position, a freshman, 6 feet, 2 inches tall from Philadelphia, number 11, Doug Overton. At the other forward, a sophomore, 6 feet, 6 inches tall from Philadelphia, number 22, Lionel Simmons. At the center spot, a junior, 6 feet, 6 inches tall from Glenside, Pennsylvania, number 42, Craig Conlon. At the guards, a senior, 6 feet, 4 inches tall from Richmond, Virginia, number 35, Tim Legler. At the other guard, a senior, 6 feet tall from Shamokin, Pennsylvania, number 14, Rich Tar. The head coach of the LaSalle University Explorers in his second season, Bill Speedy Morris. And for the Temple University Owls, at a forward position, a junior, 6 feet, 7 inches tall from Morrisville, Pennsylvania, number 32, Mike Vreeswyk. At the other forward, a senior, 6 feet, 9 inches tall from Freehold, New Jersey, number 33, Tim Perry. At the center spot, a senior, 6 feet, 10 inches tall from Carolina, Puerto Rico, number 44, Ramon Rivas. At the guards, a freshman, 6 feet, 5 inches tall from Saginaw, Michigan, number 12, Mark Macon. At the other guard, a senior, 6 feet, 1 inch from Philadelphia, number 21, Howard Evans. The head coach of the Temple University Owls in his 6th season is John Chaney. The officials for this evening's game, Mickey Crowley, Tim Higgins, and Joe Forte.
There you have a look at John Chaney, just compiling incredible one-loss statistics in his basketball coaching career, which of course goes back to Chaney State, now Chaney University, and of course the wonderful record that he's compiled here at Temple.
Aggressive man-to-man, which you must against Temple. You may pick up some foul trouble. That I'm sure he's telling, let's play good, hard defense. Let's not reach and grab. But he is definitely taking a risk by going into the man-to-man defense.
All right, here we go as Lionel Simmons will come out and go up against Tim Perry here to get this Big 5 City Series game underway. And Raymond Rivas smothers it for the Owls, who go right to Macon, and that's Doug Overton out on Mark Macon. Here's Howard Evans, who's going to become the all-time assist leader at Temple before his career is over. He's 27 assists shy of that already, and lots of games left. Evans with it, guarded by Rich Tarr. Almost throws it away. Macon saves.
The Temple like to play a 2-3-man game. You can't let them get the ball there.
Perry with a good screen by Macon inside, popped free and had a very good shot, just did not get it to fall.
See, Lionel Simmons is going to try to cover Tim Perry. He's going to have to front him. You must have the weak side help from his teammates. You can't play Perry one-on-one.
Now you know all about LaSalle. Tarr and Legler from the outside really mean so much to this team. If they can get their outside game going, it does an awful lot for Simmons.
Look how far they're coming out, Temple. They usually don't like to come out that far. They got the ball to Simmons.
And he goes up strong, has his own rebound, and momentarily has it anyway, and now out of bounds it goes. So there, both big men have gotten the ball where they want it, but can't score with it. Evans in control now to Macon, who goes strong baseline and softly off the glass, and here come the Streamers.
Temple basket by
as
number
Macon
12, Mark Macon
scores the first bucket of the game.
What Macon did well is use Ramon Rivas as a pick. Watch him use Rivas. He came out to get the ball there. Simmons, Lionel Simmons, number 22, is a little late, but he uses Rivas so well. He comes off of Rivas. Overton's hung up, number 11, on the block by Rivas, and he gets the 2 points.
The leading Owl scorer, freshman Mark Macon, at just under 20 points a game.
Now Speedy Morris is talking to Richie Tarr over there. He is covering Howie Evans from West Philadelphia High School. You have to get off him. If the ball's not in his hand, they'd rather see Evans shoot the ball from the outside. He wants Richie Tarr to dump down and try to help defensively.
Now LaSalle again on their second possession. Conlon on the outside, works now to Overton, who loses, and Evans with the steal. Howie Evans, and he's fouled.
Temple basket by number 21, Howard Evans.
So Howard Evans racks up another steal, maybe the best in the Big 5 among City Series teams.
And this is first personal foul, teams first.
Well, Temple's sitting back in the matchup, but they bad move by Overton, just lost the handle of the ball, and they're going to give it that. It's going to be too easy. Now here's where you can't foul him. Evans has got the trail. He's going to go in, and you don't want to foul there, and Overton takes the foul.
And Evans, who's really improved his free throw shooting, hits one there, and the Owls go up 5-0. Again, that Temple defense comes way out, well beyond the three-point area.
Craig Conlon's going to have to get in it because he's going to be matched up against Rivas defensively.
Legler. Tim Legler spins inside the three-point line. And here come a smattering of LaSalle Streamers.
Tim Legler has improved very much this year on dribbling with the basketball and shooting off the dribble. He's matched up man-to-man against Evan. Good hard power dribble, gets him off the body, and that's a pro touch right there.
Visiting teams, I think, get around 600 tickets to games at McGonigal. So LaSalle has a small but enthusiastic group of well-wishers here. The Explorers trailing 5-2.
All I see is red sweaters.
All over. Perry, power move around Simmons.
Well, right there, that's where number 11, Doug Overton, has to help out. He's right in there. You got to dump down if Tim Perry's going to get the ball. Lionel Simmons cannot cover him one-on-one.
So far, we have seen Temple's inside game manifest itself. Legler no, and Perry the rebound, and it's knocked out of bounds as Perry, Rivas, and Howard Evans all thought the other was going to get it, and out of bounds it goes.
But Jim, excellent block out by Rivas, Perry, and Vreeswyk. They just had a circle there, and no LaSalle Explorer was even near to getting the rebound.
Not a blue shirt in our picture. Rich Tarr, Doug Overton, Legler, open shot. So Tim Legler with his outside shot.
A three-point basket on
He's got all 5 for LaSalle early, but that was a mix-up on Temple, out-of-bounds play. They did not match up, and you can't let Legler have the three-point shot.
Vreeswyk, no, and the rebound. Lionel Simmons, Overton. Rich Tarr had a three-point opportunity, but backs it in and now out to Legler. Here's Craig Conlon. Good move inside, but couldn't get the shot to fall.
Well, that might have been man-to-man by Temple because Rivas went right with Conlon on the cut.
So the Owls, surprisingly anyway, mixing up their defenses. John Chaney, on trademark, of course, is that zone defense.
Richie Tarr, 14, has to dump down and help there right on Perry. That's the problem.
Perry, an outstanding percentage shooter, shooting 63% on the year. Hits that turnaround jumper. Temple 9 and LaSalle 5.
LaSalle's used to playing that 2-3 zone. They're in the man-to-man. They have to give weak side help. They have to know what they're doing principle-wise on defense.
The Explorers being patient here. Tarr leans in, goes left-handed. It's tipped once by Simmons, but controlled again by the Owls, who come a-running. Nice pass to Perry from Evans, and we had a perfect angle on that baby. And what a thread-the-needle job.
Well, Lionel Simmons just fell asleep as Perry beat him down the court in a great pass by Evans. He averages 8 a game. I think Temple is playing a matchup. You got to play with maybe a man-to-man offense for LaSalle to make them move around. A lot of cutting.
Conlon to Simmons. Here's a great matchup. Scooped up, though, by Legler. I was about to say you were having Simmons go up against Perry, and I was excited as to see what would have happened there, but Simmons wound up losing the ball, but saved by Legler, who has all 7 LaSalle points.
When Evans picks the ball up, Richie Tarr's got to get in the painted area and stay in there. Give Evans a jump shot if they have any chance tonight. Temple does their job. They're just patient in their offense, and they're trying to get the ball in the low box to Rivas or Perry.
Vreeswyk around the double screen, and his shot is off the mark, and Simmons has another one. He's picking up everything that's loose down there. Legler again. Wow, we have seen the hot and cold of Tim Legler this season already, and right now he's as hot as he's been. He's got 9.
Well, I think John Chaney's a little hot. I'm sure all week he said, hey, Legler, you got to go out and play him. He's a pro shooter from a three-point distance, and right there, Temple just did not go out and play him.
I'm sorry, give another three-pointer to Legler, and the total of 10. Here's Rivas, the turnaround shot, and Simmons has the ball but can't control it. It's out of bounds into the LaSalle cheerleaders.
Pretty good defense there, Jim. At least Craig Conlon pushed him out of his range a little bit. Rivas didn't get it 2 feet from the basket.
And a pretty good ball game shaping up. The Owls 11. Starts with a Ramon Rivas rebound. He pops it loose to Perry, and watch this play.
Well, Perry just does a good job beating Lionel Simmons down the court. He's loafing. Great pass by Evans, threads the needle, and there's your jam. And Speedy Mars was all over Lionel Simmons, not beating Pim Perry down the court.
Perry with 6 points, the leading Owl scorer right now, as we have a look at him. What an outstanding career. Early on, one of the premier shot blockers in the country. Now he has really rounded his total game into shape, and the pro scouts are watching him with much interest. They're already watching that guy, freshman Mark Macon, who will inbound for the Owls.
They're going to watch the lob pass to Perry here.
Boy, the Explorers packed their defense in to prevent it, and now it comes now to Vreeswyk and Evans on the outside.
Now LaSalle goes 2-3 zone. Temple will move the ball in the perimeter, look for the three-pointer.
Vreeswyk, an excellent outside shooter. Rivas, the deep rebound. He stumbles, though, while putting up that shot and missed an easy one.
But the scary thing was they didn't get the rebound, and Rivas had the shot.
Simmons, around and over. Boy, it's tough with that space eater Rivas in there. You don't know where to go. And
good defense by Ramon Rivas. Simmons showed the ball. Ramon stayed on his feet, and a missed shot by Simmons.
So we stay at 11-10. The Owls inside to Perry once more, and he travels with it.
Pretty good defense by LaSalle, but again, I keep repeating it. If they let Perry get the ball inside there, it's going to be a long night for Simmons.
Doug Overton on the outside.
Now, Speedy Morris has changed his offense up. He's running a little man-to-man offense against this matchup. Make Temple know their matchups.
Conlon powering his way right into the strength of that defense of Ribas and Perry. So the Owls, or the Explorers rather, not being timid. They're taking it right to the big people.
Right, and again, when you're playing a matchup zone defense like Temple, you have to have movement and ball. There's a good bounce pass. You don't see that much more today, the bounce pass. That's the only pass that was going to get in there to Craig Conlon.
One more for Craig Conlon. Junior out of LaSalle High School in Philadelphia. So a chance for the Explorers to tie or take the lead goes by the board. Stay at 11-10, Temple. Vreeswyk trying to get his offensive game on track. The rebound to Tarr. Vreeswyk, a very streaky shooter. A lot of sliding on the floor right now by both teams. Vreeswyk looked like he lost a little of his balance when going up for that last shot, and we had a near travel at this end. Vreeswyk coming out on Legler.
See, Temple's just matching up. They got to run cutters through and see what happens.
Looking also for Simmons. They can't get it to him as it's grabbed there by Tim Perry.
Real bad continuity. No, there's no continuity offensively for LaSalle in that play.
Howard Evans, a three-point attempt. No, the rebound to Simmons. He's starting to pile up those. 3 so far. Very simple game so far. The Explorers just working along the outside. If they get the shot, they take it. Otherwise, they look for Simmons.
Speedy Morris called out a 1-4. That's against a man-to-man defense. They'll try to run people through and see if they can get the ball to Simmons or Legler.
Simmons with it, but no room. Legler, tough shot, tough angle, no. Weak side rebound by Macon.
And that's what Mark Macon does so well, freshman, but he's 6'5", and he can rebound the basketball.
And he can shoot it. Here he goes. A three-pointer, no. Perry, the offensive board. No, the rebound to Legler, and both teams now have cooled off despite getting pretty good shots.
Well, Temple will play basically any transition you want to play. They'll play within themselves, but right now I think they're taking a little, they're rushing their shots. Evans took a quick one. Vreeswyk is taking them. I think if they just move the ball around, they're going to get something inside.
Legler, another three-point attempt. He's got 3 of them. And he puts the Explorers on top for the first time, 13-11. What a show so far by Legler. 13 points, all of LaSalle's points.
And he had a great game when he went home to Richmond. He played very well against the Richmond Spiders.
The young man struggled so much in the Penn game. That's how the Quakers were able to beat this LaSalle team. Here's a tip and a miss, and now Overton with the rebound. It's as good a place as Simmons has had it. Can't make the shot, but Conlon keeps it alive. Now Overton the shot, no, off the top of the support here, and out of bounds it goes.
Well, Lionel Simmons has gotten the ball at the right spot. He just can't put the ball in the basket.
Well, with 11:13 to go in the first half, the score is to show. He's got all 13 of those LaSalle points, 3 of them on shots from this distance.
Well, Speedy Morris switched up into a man-to-man offense against Temple's matchup, and they caught Legler in the corners. You see him pointing to Lionel Simmons and saying thank you because it was a good pass to set up the play. Shooting the ball, Jim, Temple is 5 for 16, 31%, and LaSalle 5 for 13, a little bit better at 38. I'm sure Speedy Morris is very upset because Temple has come out in the first 9 minutes and they have not played their game. LaSalle could have a bigger lead if they played a little bit better.
Well, one of the things that has to be of concern to Temple as well is the foul situation. There's only been 2 fouls called in the entire game so far, one against either team. Now, that's not good for Temple. that wants to get a more intense defense, a more pressurized game here, and hopefully get the Explorers in some foul difficulties, but it won't happen at this rate. Here's Macon on the nice setup play by the Owls, but can't control it. Out of bounds it goes.
And that was an easy shot. They got it right where he wants it. Now Dwayne Causwell is checked in for Tim Perry, and Bob Johnson for LaSalle is checked in for Doug Overton.
Causwell, a mountain of a man in there.
Now here's where you have to watch the Bombers, the outside shooters.
Three-point shot, Macon, no. Rebound, nice box out there, and the rebound comes down to Legler.
Very good box out, because normally Temple's right on that ball when it's a miss.
When the little men are getting rebounds, you know the big guys inside are neutralizing their fellow big men. Simmons guarded by Rivas now. Would like to move on him. Good pass to Johnson. Somehow Causwell got in there and disrupted that play. A good block by the youngster Causwell.
Bob Johnson's going to have his hands full covering Macon.
Swinging outside come the Owls. Now here's Macon again. Another screen, another three-point shot, and another miss. So the freshman struggles a little bit. Tim Legler, not only does he have all the points, he's got most of the rebounds. Conlon soft and in. Craig Conlon, another extremely high percentage shooter, one of the all-timers in the history of LaSalle basketball, but mostly because he takes very, very high percentage shots like you just saw. In fact, he's the all-time leader percentage shooter for LaSalle. The Explorers leading it 15-11. This is Macon. Little shake and bake. He's going to keep firing, and this time he gets it.
And was that a home run? That was a two-pointer. That was three.
Should be.
I think they only gave him two. It's 15-13 on the scoreboard.
Wow, looked like a three-pointer to me. 15-13 Explorers. Tarr, no. Vreeswyk the rebound. They've got a breakaway. This is Evans. Tarr was in the corner and no one back on defense.
Well, that's Bobby Johnson's or Tim Legler's fault when he's buried down the corner. A good shot by Tarr. You have to have court balance, and Temple aware of it and took advantage of it and scored the easy two. 15 all, 8:59 left in the first half.
Lionel Simmons, who has not scored a point yet. There's Simmons. Double pump fake, and he got Causwell to commit himself in the air, leaned into him and drew the personal foul. Some more substitutions now for Temple's. Tim Perry comes in along with Sean Randolph.
31, Dwayne Causwell.
Well, Dwayne Causwell is going to be a good one. He's taking him out. As John Chaney's talking to him, don't leave your feet when you catch the ball. And there, Simmons gave him the ball fake and he left his feet. Dwayne Causwell is a very aggressive young man, but he's had problems with the foul trouble. As you see John Chaney doing what he does best, teaching the young men.
Lionel Simmons, a sophomore out of South Philadelphia High School.
You can't beat the number 4th ranked team in the country in their own gym if you're not going to make foul shots. And we saw Conlon missed 2, and now Simmons has missed his first.
And another miss. 0 for 4 are the Explorers from the free throw line. But the game is tied. Sean Randolph, the freshman out of Saginaw, Michigan, the same hometown as Mark Macon, who fires there. And another very close 2 or 3 point shot. They give him 2 as he's right on that line when he lets fire.
What they do well, Temple, is they bury Macon down low, and he can go either side with the big guy, Rivas or Perry, using him as a screen, and they're just shielding off the LaSalle defender.
Little pitch and catch here. Johnson now to Simmons. Little 18-footer by Lionel Simmons. Is the first bucket of the game for Simmons.
And that's encouraging. When Simmons can knock down the 15-foot jumper, he's going to bring Perry Rivas back out of that matchup.
8 minutes left first half. We're tied at 17. Now Evans studied.
That's a foul.
Rich Tarr battling with Howard Evans. Commits the personal foul.
Well, he fouled Howie Evans way before that, as Rich Tarr, number 14, has his arm holding him out. Evans makes a good penetration. Let's see if we can see Tarr hold it out. Watch here as he right there with the elbow. He's holding him out. Now he gets a good move by Evans to get the 2-shot foul. You have to play defense with your feet. You can't reach, especially on a quick guy like Evans or Macon. You better stay down in your stance and move the feet.
Howard Evans has been shooting Right there you see the numbers, 92% from the line.
He's just a fine guard, point guard, shooting guard, whatever you want to say. He's been struggling a little bit from the outside, but he just does it all for Temple. He's John Chaney on the court.
I guess if you have to put a finger on who is the most improved Owl player this year, he would be the one that quickly comes to my mind.
Well, not to my mind, Jim.
You got
I like the intimidator, Ramon Rivas.
Well,
if Larry Holmes gets hurt, he's the guy that's going to replace him against Tyson.
Bob Johnson, they leave him wide open. Rivas pops it loose to Evans. Ramon turned around and questioned whether or not there might have been a foul. Here's a miss by Macon, and Tarr has it. Temple by 1. Whoops, a travel by Simmons. And with 7:17 to go here in the first half, we have ourselves a timeout. Temple 18 and LaSalle 17. And this is an opportunity for us to remind
Catholic High School, Penn Charter, and now at LaSalle.
And with a 1-point lead, here come the Owls.
Vreeswyk's 0 for 5, but he's a shooter. He'll get on track.
And he'll keep firing him up there until he straightens it out. Macon right now. Strong move inside, and Bob Johnson ran into a screen and really got banged hard. Doug Overton comes in, and it'll be Johnson going to the LaSalle bench. Maybe just to clear the cobwebs. He took a hit.
Vreeswyk, I'm sure, loves the zone, though. His eyes light up when he sees his zone defense so he can knock away those 3-pointers. Against a man-to-man and a guy playing real tough, he's having a little bit of problem putting the ball on the floor and getting his shot. Here's the zone by LaSalle.
Now Vreeswyk and Macon and Evans are all set up for 3-point shots if they get an open one, but a bad pass trying to get to Perry inside. Got to pay some respect to Legler now. Here's Tarr on a move inside and a follow-up by Simmons. Tarr in his move drew all the Owls to his side, and Simmons just came in underneath.
And that wasn't Tim Perry's fault because he had to go with Richie Tarr, and then Simmons wasn't blocked out.
Perry goes up, and before he can come down, Craig Conlon, a little bit late, sliding in a defensive position there, is called for a foul.
Evans is going to push the ball down hard, and then he sees Perry. He's always looking for Tim Perry, and there's the gap right there in the zone defense, and Tim Perry takes advantage. But Evans sets it up, always looking for the guy inside, has over 8 assists a game.
And this has not been one of the good stats for Tim Perry, although he's perfect on that one, shooting in the 60s this year. Well, just in the 60s, as a matter of fact. 19-19.
You know, Jim, you could jinx anybody. You jinx Evans, then you just jinx Perry.
I know.
LaSalle's going to slow it down here and try to get a good shot. The key to a win this evening for LaSalle would be to get the good open shot against Temple.
This can be a wild building. The fans just sit right on top of the playing surface. And LaSalle's game right now have really quieted things down and taken the Temple fans right out of it.
Well, they played against 20,000 people in North Carolina, the Dean Dome, 22 at BYU. So they're used to big, loud, raucous crowds.
Well, they're getting a break here as Simmons now a 3-point bomb. No, rebound Legler. Legler now gets the rebound even and follows it up.
Number 35, Tim Legler.
That's something LaSalle's been struggling all year. He's rebounding the ball both defensively and offensively, and Tim Legler sticks his nose in there and gets him 2. 21-19, LaSalle over Temple.
15 for Legler. Rivas taps once and twice, and finally Simmons controls. Rivas can't get the shot to go. He has missed all his attempts.
But that was good defense by Lionel Simmons. It wasn't his man. Rivas beat Craig Conlon, a lob pass. Simmons was there on the weak side helping, a good rebound. Good defense, man-to-man by LaSalle.
Explorers leading it 21-19. Playing with confidence.
You're right, this is like a scrimmage, so Temple fans aren't in it at all, just sitting down. It's like the Lakers crowd in the LA Lakers.
I think when Legler hit those outside bombs in the opening minutes, it was a big lift for LaSalle, and Temple has never really reacted to it. Legler cutting for the basket is grabbed,
Rebus had to help out. He reached in.
So the Owls a little flat-footed on defense now, too. Not really turning up things a notch to create turnovers.
Well, it's like the fans are waiting for them to make their move. The number 4 ranked team in the country, and they're making their move, and John Chaney not going to be happy at halftime.
Here's a reach around by Evans, and he got away with one. He got a lot of coddling that time, and out of bounds it goes between everybody. It's like a base hit up the middle where 4 or 5 people have a chance at the ball and nobody gets it.
Well, Macon and Rebus got the error. I don't know who the official scorer is going to give it to. What do we have, a box and one or a triangle? What is this defense? You got to have somebody cut through to see what it is.
Cutting through and scoring is Doug Overton.
I don't know if that was 3 guys playing zone and 2 man-to-man, but Perry was playing Lionel Simmons and Macon was playing Legler. Good move by Overton to cut the seam and get the 2.
It's 23-19 LaSalle. Here's Macon. No. Tipped up and finally grabbed by Perry, who loses momentarily. Way back to Evans to calm things down.
And it's a good move by Evans just to take it out and run. If they run their offense, they're going to get the ball inside. They have to be patient.
Vreeswyk. Here's Perry. That's his shot. Rebus keeps it alive. Can't make the shot. Raymond Rebus can't buy one, and he's getting good ones.
And that, you're right, they're good shots. They're going to fall if Temple keeps running their offense.
This is Simmons, and that's Perry who took that ball and hit it down the corridor and out on Broad Street. However, a travel called first and a timeout called after.
Why is the Temple shooting so poorly? Maybe it's LaSalle's man-to-man as opposed to getting in the zone defense. Maybe it's a transition game. Temple missing some easy shot. I think it's just the patience. If Temple keeps their patience, they're going to get better shots.
Well, Raymond Rebus goes to the bench, I think partly to catch a breather. He's been going up and down hard, but also struggling inside. And Dwayne Coswell in the game as John Chaney sits right next to Rebus and starts to have a little conversation with him. Vreeswyk, good screen, good position, but wow, are the Owls cold. They're getting great position on these shots and just can't make them. Legler again, hits this one, and he comes up limping. Legler came down on his ankle a little bit, and he's in real pain. He's going to have a tough time getting out there. Vreeswyk misses, the rebound pulled down by Macon, who was fouled, but Tim Legler now hits the floor in pain as he came down on his right ankle, and he is really now in pain. Look at that. The young man has been absolutely incredible here so far. He's got 17 points in the game.
Number 11.
Let's see if we can see when he takes the jump shot here, if he comes down on someone's foot or what. No one's rushing at him. That's sort of exactly what happened. He came down on Coswell's foot, and he came in a lot of pain. So let's just hope for LaSalle people that he's not hurt and he can get back in the game, because he's having a terrific game early in the first half.
Yeah, Legler's and tonight, who is Bob Johnson, to come in for Legler. So Johnson and Overton in the game. The interchangeable 5th and 6th men on this team. Evans, 3-point shot, and he's got it.
Well, LaSalle almost now with Legler out has to go into a zone defense. Temple takes advantage of it right away with the 3-point shot by Evans. 25-22 LaSalle over Temple.
Legler with 17 of his team's 25 points goes out. So for the young man's sake, we certainly wish him a quick recovery here. Johnson misfires, and off the top and out of bounds it goes.
Here's where LaSalle really has to take good care of the basketball and be patient. They just can't come down, run a few seconds off the clock, and hit Bobby Johnson with a 3-point play. With Legler out of the lineup, they have to take control of the offensive tempo of this game.
Yeah, I was surprised at that quick shot. I thought the Explorers would just buy some time here and try and regroup in the second half. Simmons another rebound as he's starting to come alive now on the boards with 9. Lionel Simmons 9 rebounds. He's got the ball. He loses it, and the scramble here. Overton comes out with it, and LaSalle shows no signs of using up as much clock as I thought they might. A minute 45 left to play here in the first half.
Temple still bringing the zone defense way out, even though Legler's hurt. They're still coming way out as you see him past the 3-point range. That's a walk.
Overton looking to shoot. Ducks in under the defense and slides a foot.
It was a good idea. He gave a nice ball fake, but he's in a hurry to shuffle over as Speedy Morris is all over the official saying you're looking at the ball fake. He didn't move his pivot foot.
That's the 5th turnover for LaSalle. Here's Tim Perry, a little jump hook by Perry misses, and boy, the Owls have really struggled from inside.
You can't ask for better shots. You're just not going down for Temple.
Overton, Bob Johnson, and now Rich Tarr. Rich Tarr now really the guy who has to really give this team some leadership with the absence of Legler. Johnson.
Well, Bobby Johnson from South Philadelphia High School can shoot the ball, and they definitely need it now from the outside as he knocks down his first 2 of the evening.
Ready for this? The inside people for Temple are shooting 3 for 19.
And Perry has all 3, I believe.
Macon, he's got it. He's got a 3-pointer.
Macon likes it from way out there. He and Vreeswyk are that so close inside. I guess they don't like those shots. They take the 3-pointer.
That 3-point shot can really swing a basketball game. And right now it's a 2-point LaSalle lead. And Tarr, trying to beat the defense, is fouled by Darren Pearsall. There you see Pearsall, who came in the game in the backcourt, reaching around and grabs Rich Tarr, commits the foul.
John Cheney wasn't going to let LaSalle just sit on the ball for the last shot as he came and brought the zone defense half court. Vreeswyk will check back in the game for Darren Pearsall. You can't let him just run the sideline like that, and I'm sure John Cheney's telling him about it.
Boy, you get one mistake and you're gone. Pearsall on the bench getting a lecture.
Someone has to come to the middle for LaSalle.
Conlon does, but can't control, and now it's loose, and look out. And an inline, or sideline violation, rather. Well, I thought we were going to get belted there.
Well, LaSalle had all their guys in the perimeter. No one shot to the middle. Craig Conlon finally came. It was a lazy pass. He didn't come to grab the basketball. So it'll be Temple's ball, 15 seconds, and they're down 2 at half.
The Owls looking to take a lead with a 3 or a tie here going in at halftime. This is Macon. He'll try from 3 distance. No.
Bad shot.
Tarr ahead to Simmons. 2 seconds, and Simmons fires and almost makes it. And given the circumstances, you would have to be pleased if you're a LaSalle Explorer fan. At the end of the first shots, though, surprisingly, are coming from inside the foul line area. An amazing number of misses by the Owls from there. Their shot chart is going to really open up some eyes when they study it. Tarr almost loses.
Well, Dwayne Causwell is checked in, and you have Causwell, Johnson, Vreeswyk, Evans, and Macon for Temple.
Legler with 17 first half points is yet to hit one here in the second half.
I think we have a man-to-man defense. Let's see, he's still in the zone.
Overton to miss. Simmons follows and gets it. Simmons doing a great job on the boards. He's among the top 20 rebounders in the country. And he's not hurting his average tonight. He's got 12.
What Temple does to teams is they kill them off the offensive glass. LaSalle just showed them something there.
34-31. Doug Overton, the player of the year in the public league, hounding Macon. There's Simmons with another rebound as he really did not have the greatest position that time, but his timing and strength, they pulled it right away from Johnson.
Here's where Vreeswyk, Macon, and Evans have to keep them in the game. They're 3-point deficit, but they have the big guys, Ramon, Ribas, and Perry on the bench. Temple has to play tough and not get a deficit here so when they bring the big guys back in.
Little trap on Legler, and he fights his way out of it. Both Perry and Ribas are on the bench for the Owls. Overton, nice pass, is open, but he misses the shot. Simmons tries to keep the ball alive, but keeps it alive long enough so that Johnson tips it out of bounds.
Well, he's done a great job, Lionel Simmons, because Overton's had 2 wide open jumpers. Temple's not covering him in his zone defense. He's going to get the shots. He's got to knock them down. Maybe Bobby Johnson will check back in for Overton if he can't knock one down for them.
Causwell comes out to pressure Legler, now to Rich Tarr. The action right in front of the LaSalle bench as Tarr gets a bit of instruction from Speedy Morris.
Temple still playing the matchup. They're trying to direct everybody who's got who. There's another one by Overton.
Another miss. Conlon gets the rebound and is hacked accidentally by Mark Macon. But it shows the hustle that LaSalle is producing all over the floor, getting a second chance here.
They haven't gotten any rebounds offensively really against Carolina, against Notre Dame. They got crushed on the boards BYU, so it's something good for them. But there's a turnover by Lionel Simmons.
Over the head of Rich Tarr, and out of bounds it goes.
You see, they have, with the two big guys on the bench for Temple, LaSalle has a chance. They're just not converting, and Temple's bringing the ball down 3. 1 3-pointer ties it for him.
Johnson has it stripped away, and it's grabbed in there by Conlon. He's a tough guy, that Conlon. He will not back off to anybody. Evans almost steals it. Now they mismatch. Overton keeps firing. Here's a rebound of Vreeswyk. 3-on-2.
That's not a good shot.
Coswell in traffic, an air ball and a foul. Now the action is getting really heated at both ends. Not the best looking basketball at either end, but the intensity level is picked up.
Well, I think Bobby Johnson's going to check in for Doug Overton. He's struggling with the jump shot, but that's not a good shot by Doug Overton just to rush down and take the 3-pointer. You want to be confident, shoot when you're open, but get a better shot than that. I'm sure Speedy Morris is going to take him out and talk to him and then put him back in the ballgame.
Craig Conlon becomes the first explorer to get into some foul difficulty. He picks up his third. Wayne Coswell hits a pair.
Boy, the 6'11" guy from Queens Village in New York has a soft touch in the foul line. And here's something new. Temple picks up full court defense.
Simmons takes on both Coswell and Johnson and somehow finds daylight enough to hit the layup.
And notice the pump fake with the ball. He showed the ball to Johnson. He showed the ball to Coswell. They both left their feet, and he scores the 2. Good move by Lionel Simmons.
Vreeswyk. Boy, it's a battle under the board, something, and the ball finally almost goes out of bounds, but
Vreeswyk thinks he's in the twilight zone tonight, the way he's shooting the basketball.
Boy, he is blanco. 0 for 10 and a turnover. Inside, here come the Owls with it. Vreeswyk. Legler.
This is unbelievable. Vreeswyk is not, he's never shot this way. When in grade school, he didn't shoot the ball like this.
Boy, we've got him at 0 for 11.
A lot of teams would like to see the Temple Owls this evening. They couldn't do anything wrong the first 10 games a year. This is the night they have a chance of being upset.
Here's Bob Johnson, and he is fouled. Johnson, a 3-point shot, and also fouled. So a chance now to witness one of the rarities in college basketball, a possible 4-point play.
He's been awfully calm, John Chaney, but here you see Johnson from the 3-point go up. That's a bad foul by Howie Evans. He went in there, he said, I shouldn't be in here, and he just reached in a little bit. He tried to get his hand away, but a chance for 4 points. And what do you think? John's been very calm, John Chaney, sitting there, and he doesn't like to show a lot of emotions. The players, he wants to play the same way. And 10:55 left, they're down 6. They'll show the run soon.
Judging by what I just saw, though, the fire has been lit. We've got a timeout. LaSalle 40, Temple 33, 10:55 to go in this game, and stay with us. It's going to be a dandy. The Explorers by 7. The Owls with the basketball. The time, 10:50.
Perry and Rivas have checked back in with Darren Pearsall.
Pearsall, a fine shooter, making a 3-point attempt. Is off with it. Perry takes it up, and a whistle first.
Now John's off the bench. He wants the goal by Perry as he came up with the offensive rebound.
It will not happen. They're going to wave off the goal. A grabbing foul called by referee Mickey Crowley. Evans, no. Rebound Johnson.
Again, I think if Temple was patient, especially with Perry in there, they can get the ball inside to their All-American candidate.
Well, we have done it again. We have matched 2 City Series teams together and have gotten an incredible game. Here's a steal by Evans.
Great hands by Howie Evans.
Pearsall in traffic to Perry. Pearsall's an excellent shooter. Not this time, though. And a reach-in foul by
Conlon, I think that's his 4th.
If it's Conlon, it will be number 4. Legler had his hand in there as well. It is Craig Conlon.
And that's why Speedy Morris is a little upset about playing man-to-man. You got it. Craig Conlon's picked up his 4th.
And Ken Pawlowski comes into the game. The walk-on, the senior. We're going to keep it live with 10 minutes, 3 seconds to go, and timeout.
5 for 11 from the three-point range. 40-33, LaSalle.
10 minutes exactly now left to go in the game.
Now with Conlon out, LaSalle goes to a 2-3 zone. They'll bring their 3 shooters out. Vreeswyk. Let's see if Vreeswyk can get going with the zone. I'm sure he's happy to see a zone.
Macon.
Bad shot.
Short. Rebound went over the head of Perry right into Tim Legler's hands.
No patience there, as they could have moved the ball a little bit better and get a better shot for Macon, because Johnson for LaSalle had a hand right in his face.
This is Legler. Legler leans and hits from 15 feet. That's his first field goal of the second half. And it looks like he's okay. That came down on that ankle that time with no apparent effect. Making another 3-point attempt, and this time he gets it. He keeps him going. The law of averages catch up with him.
Now LaSalle that time out went man-to-man the time down the court. Temple's going to pick up full court, some pressure which they don't really like to go out to.
Tar almost stumbled. 42-36. 9 minutes now left to go.
Let's see, is it straight man-to-man? I believe it's straight man-to-man for Temple. Let's see what LaSalle can do. Last year they had Temple by 20. Temple went man-to-man and beat them.
Simmons over Rebos. He's got the 15-footer from the foul line.
Well, that was the matchup they wanted. They ran Simmons off someone. Perry got blocked. Rebos can't cover Simmons. This court is awfully slippery. I wonder if there's a dance after this, Jim.
Macon, tough shot. Simmons kept it alive. And a foul going to be called either on Rebos or Perry.
I think it's Perry's 4th.
Raymond Rebos, number 4. And that shows you the effect that a guy like Lionel Simmons can have on the other team's big people. He's such an athlete that his athletic ability allowed him to get just enough of that ball to keep it alive, and in so doing was able to draw the foul. Ken Pawlowski will be the one going to the line, though, but the play was made by Simmons.
LaSalle has struggled from the foul line, and down the stretch here with 8:14, they have to make everything. They almost have to play a perfect game right now in order to hold off Temple's run. I don't know what the referee's talking to Speedy Morris about, but Ken Pawlowski's going to go to the line for a one-on-one opportunity.
You know, he's only shot 8 free throws all season long, made 4. He's got enough time to think about these. 1-1. Vreeswyk has the rebound. We're going to stay here. A foul line violation.
A foul?
Somebody stepped in too soon.
On Johnson, Sean Johnson trying to block out Lionel Simmons.
I don't understand this call, because I think every time we've shot a foul tonight that there's been that problem. All of a sudden they decide to call it here. Now we have a little discussion here as to make sure they understand what it is.
Any time, maybe time going off the clock? I hope there's no clock problem. We're not lucky with this clock at Mechanical.
This has been such a great game. Let there not be any mechanical difficulties to disrupt it. Mickey Crowley talking with John Chaney. I can't even venture a guess as to what the subject is. John doesn't like it.
What would you give me, Jim, if I said Temple was going to be shooting 26% of the game tonight? 13 for 56? Pretty bad.
Ken Palczynski, who just missed one, gets a new life at 1-1.
And these are big shots. That's a mistake by Sean Johnson, and every bucket here by LaSalle is going to hurt John Chaney and his Temple Owls' chances.
How about a 10-point LaSalle lead, 46-36, the number 4 team in the country, looking uphill at home here against the LaSalle Explorers. 8 minutes, 15 seconds to play.
They got to help out on Macon. Macon's going to try to do it. There's Perry wanting the ball, and he finally got it.
Tim Perry.
Where have you been, Tim Perry? Well, you can't get the basketball, so you can't shoot it now. Temple's going to go man-to-man against LaSalle.
Fact is, though, that when he did get it, he did deliver. Lionel Simmons had an easy one, takes it inside and does one of those loop-de-loop jobs and banks it home. 48-38. Simmons now with 14 points. Temple needs big plays all over the place. There's one loose on the floor, and this one will be Temple possession.
A lot of people didn't think this was going to happen. When you have a team like LaSalle with the star like Lionel Simmons and shooters like Tar and Legler, anything can happen, and it's a Big 5 basketball game.
The combination of Tim Legler's hot shooting early and the entire Temple team just not being able to put one in the ocean.
Vreeswyk's really not looking for it now. Let's see if Vreeswyk's going to get in the flow here and look for the shot. Now you'll see the 3 guys out, Macon, Evans, and Vreeswyk. They're going to shoot it from the outside or try to get Tim Perry.
Double team on Perry as you look inside whenever the ball gets anywhere near him. Evans from 3, and he's got it. That's one thing about the 3. A 10-point lead is never safe. 48-41. Timeout called by the LaSalle Explorers. So with 6:57 to play, LaSalle 48.
Good night.
All right, the clock now will also become a big factor.
Now, LaSalle has to execute their man-to-man offense.
Legler gets great position.
That's bad defense by Macon as Legler just took it right to the middle of it. Again, maybe not Macon's defense as much, no help at all.
That little jump shot makes Tim Legler the 11th all-time LaSalle scorer. He's got a chance to get about as high as 8th if he keeps up his normal average. He went by Larry Koritz on that shot.
Well, they're going to post Macon. The 6'5" guy, Bobby Johnson's going to try to take him.
Here's Perry, hook shot, and Tim Perry, the man you got to go to now. I started to say the Owls have backed themselves into a position now where they can't make a mistake.
But that's good patience by the Owls as they're going 4 corners here, LaSalle.
Legler, this one Perry got a piece of, and a whistle.
Well, Palczynski came over the top, but what the LaSalle Explorers have decided to do is spread out the court against Temple. That's a 4 corners type of offense. Legler did beat Macon, but there comes the shot blocker. Tim Perry did knock the ball. Palczynski fouled. So that's 6 fouls on LaSalle. The next one, Temple will be in the 1-on-1. LaSalle already is in the 1-on-1.
Time remaining, 5 minutes, 50 seconds. Macon tried to post up Johnson. Now he's got him outside. On the run, the freshman, no. Follow-up, Johnson. Sean Johnson, a big rebound and a big goal.
A good, hard, aggressive offensive rebound. LaSalle's done a good job limiting Temple to 1 shot, but Sean Johnson snuck in.
50-45. Temple pressure now all over the place.
Simmons found him.
Lionel Simmons, no. Tipped up in there. It looked like Legler or Johnson.
I'm going to give it to Legler.
Tim Legler gets it.
Where's Tim Perry?
23 points for Legler. There's Tim Perry. No, punched out, and here it goes to midcourt. The Owls will control.
Here's where the Owls are going to kill him on the offensive boards. LaSalle has to hold him off.
Evans just takes it right into the chest of Rich Tarr, and wasn't a whole lot Tarr could do there as Evans was all over him like a cat.
It seemed like Evans just made up his mind and he was going to get a shot off or get fouled, and Evans took it right to the hole, and Tarr picked up the foul.
4 on Tar.
Wow, that's a big one.
Conlon on the bench with 4. Now he comes back in. Craig Conlon comes in on this stoppage of play. Replaces Pawzewski.
That's a big foul. 4 fouls on Richie Tar, the ball handler for LaSalle.
So with 4:48 left to go in this most exciting game, LaSalle 52, Temple 45. We're coming back after this.
To the basket, LaSalle's going to have to take advantage of it.
Evans for 2.
Look for full court pressure by Temple if Howie Evans can knock this down.
Here it comes. 52-47. Under a lot of pressure is Rich Tar. He goes by 1-2 men. Now it's Johnson, the open shot. No. Conlon fights for the loose ball, lays it up and in.
What a big rebound by Conlon for his 4th point, having 4 fouls, but what a bad shot by Bobby Johnson not to run down the clock and try a 3-pointer.
4:25 left to play. Perry squares up and fires.
Well, Tim Perry has just improved dramatically on his offense as he caught the ball, turned in face, and we have a foul by Temple.
Howard Evans controlling his man on the opposite side of the floor, preventing him from getting free. Reached out, committed a foul.
Maybe not a bad idea. The foul, the clock's not running. Put LaSalle on the 1-on-1. It's not an intentional foul. He's trying to stop the man from going to the basketball. So let's see if Richie Tar can make it a bad move or a good move by Howie Evans.
Tar, a pretty good free throw shooter.
That wasn't close, Jim. That was long left. Here comes the Temple Owls. They're down by 5. Vreeswyk is gun shy right now.
This boy is not. Mark Macon, but he flips it back to Evans. There's Vreeswyk. Tough shot, and he gets it. What's that saying about the cream rising to the top? The biggest shot of the game. This one knocked out by Vreeswyk as it has gotten down to the nitty-gritty here.
You got to give a lot of credit to Vreeswyk. He has really been struggling. He hasn't made a shot. He took a big shot. He narrows the lead to 3 for LaSalle.
3 minutes, 44 seconds to go. The Owl pressure now, very obvious, and it's going to create. Tar making on him. Now Evans picks him up.
Now Ramon Rivas has Doug Overton, the guard.
Rich Tar almost went all the way in with it. He's being guarded by one of the toughest defenders in the East. Conlon all alone. A gambling Temple defense left Craig Conlon all alone, and Tar was able to spot him and come up with a big assist.
No way Ramon Rivas should leave Craig Congo all the way out to the hash mark to try to double team. It's a mix-up on Temple's defense, but remember they're playing man-to-man, which they haven't played a lot of basketball man-to-man this year. Where's Tim Perry? You got to go to him, fellas.
Lionel Simmons guarding Perry. A test of 2 great basketball players there. Vreeswyk, the open shot. His confidence seems to have soared back on the basis of 1 field goal a few moments ago. That's only the 2nd field goal of the game for Mike Vreeswyk. 56-53.
Now there's always an outlet for LaSalle to bring number 11 Overton out because Rivas, the 6'9" players, covered him. All they have to do if they feel a lot of pressure is bring Overton out to grab the basketball, like right here.
This is Simmons. This is uncharacteristic now for Temple to be in this kind of defense. So maybe it's the kind where we might see a mistake like a moment ago.
11 seconds left in the 45-second shot clock. There's a good steal.
Trying to go to Simmons. Vreeswyk with the steal, and Mike Vreeswyk making the big plays all of a sudden.
Here's the big offensive possession for Temple.
Vreeswyk to tie it. He does. How about this? Vreeswyk doing it all at both ends after a horrendous game. In the final 3 minutes of this game, He has done a 180 and has brought the Owls even at 56.
Well, right here, they have Lionel Simmons wide open. Watch Vreeswyk come into your picture to steal it. He is open. A bad pass by Greg Conlon, or Simmons has to block him off. Now Vreeswyk, who's been shooting horribly tonight, finally cans 2 in a row. But a lot of credit to a shooter like Vreeswyk, who's had a bad night, coming right back with a big three-pointer to tie it.
We're even at 56 on the basis of this three-point goal. There is 1 minute, 58.
I think they're back in the matchup. Let's see, someone has to go through. No, back, they're staying man-to-man.
Here's Lionel Simmons. He's got a big advantage on rebounds. Simmons, no. Save. Give the credit to Overton for saving that play, knocking it out. Double team on Legler. Now to Simmons.
They got plenty of time. They don't have to force it.
A minute 26 to play. 27 on the shot clock.
Now Rivas is covering Tar. But the problem is it's tied, so LaSalle has to go to the basket. 17 seconds on the 45-second clock.
Rich Tar trying to move around Rivas. Not easy. Legler. In and out. Conlon has it. Conlon loses in a jump ball. This will go to LaSalle.
But a great offensive rebound by Conlon. Great hustle by Hallie Evans to get his nose in there, and it's going to go to LaSalle. Their jump off.
And a fresh 45 on the shot clock. We're down to 102 on the game clock.
Woo. Speedy Morris yelling out 1-4. That's their man-to-man offense. The problem is getting the ball in bounds now.
Tied at 56. Overton wide open. Rivas the rebound. The Owls can win it.
Well, I don't know if that's a shot he wanted. There's plenty of time left in the 45. John Chaney will probably take a timeout.
That's exactly the call with 49 seconds to go. Temple 56, LaSalle 56. I've got 1,000 papers in front of me here. I'm trying to find out when the last year. LaSalle has had a few games this year that have gone right down to the final shot.
Both teams in the 1-on-1, the bonus situation.
Almost a steal by Overton. He almost had it. Now we've got a clock violation. With 49 seconds to play, the clock has not moved. So we now have to get all this Overton matched up here. Vreeswyk, the hot hand at the moment.
The clock's not going.
Nope, still not moving. Now we lost 3 more seconds. Seconds left to play. Temple lost 2 seconds there somehow.
Macon going to take it, Jim.
He's thinking about it. 20 seconds. Macon puts it up. He's got it. 15 seconds to go in the game. Temple by 2. The Explorers now with great three-point firepower have the option to go for the tie or win it all on one stroke. We're going to keep it right here. There's 11 seconds to go in the game. Let's look back at